Hey everyone, my name is Dante and welcome back to Story Hub, your hub for the best stories on Reddit. This year I went to my fiance's house for Christmas. It was my first time going, as we would typically go to my family's house instead. I got a rather pricey gift for my fiance Dan related to his hobbies. I got nice gifts for Dan's parents based off of things I'd talked about with them before. And I got a small pack of chocolates for each of Dan's other relatives. I didn't know them that well. I wasn't expecting many gifts from Dan's relatives because I didn't know many of them that well, but I was certainly expecting more than I got. At first, I was excited when I saw that there was a big pile of gifts for me. However, once I opened the first one it was just a piece of coal. Everyone laughed, and I just kind of laughed along thinking it was a gag gift and that the other gifts would be different. But every single one turned out to be coal, all 18 of them. I started to get upset, so I cried and lashed out at Dan. But he calmly explained that apparently this is a long-standing tradition in his family where they give coal to newcomers who are celebrating Christmas with them for the first time. He explained that it's just easier that way since all the relatives who might not know the newcomer well don't have to stress over finding a gift, and it's a fun experience for the newcomer as well. I told Dan I couldn't believe I skipped my own family's celebration for this and left. But now Dan and some of his family are blowing up my phone saying I embarrassed him in front of his relatives and that I made it awkward for everyone. So am I the idiot? Not the idiot. You skipped your family's Christmas for this, and they shouldn't have done this to you without a warning or your consent. Just because they enjoy this tradition doesn't mean it can't be hurtful to you, and they clearly ruined the occasion and then gave you a stupid explanation. Especially if your fiancé is inconsiderate in all of this, you deserve better. This was legit humiliation. Not the idiot. Totally agree. This was a thoughtless and mean-spirited thing to do. You were so thoughtful and kind to them. I am so sorry. Hope you had a happier time with your family. Tell your fiancé you need time to think about this. This was a bad joke. Block all others. You don't need their continued negativity. You did nothing wrong. It's totally on them. Wait, you mean that you found this bizarre and demeaning display, where you were forced to open a dozen gifts all containing coal in front of the whole family? Bizarre and demeaning. And you're sad that you skipped your family's celebration for it. Huh, I guess no one ever brought that up before. Everyone sucks here. A single wrapped piece of coal is the only thing Opus received in front of the family might be rather cold-hearted, especially given that Opus's fiancé surely knows them well enough to get a gift. But I could understand a bit more if it was a tradition. Surely there'd be at least a gift from the fiancé. Hopefully parents, too, waiting some time afterward. But nothing, and to be forced to open a dozen gifts containing coal in front of everyone. Sheesh. Opus isn't the idiot here by any stretch, but it's an everyone else sucks here for me, not to mention it's been drilled into most of us since we were children that you get coal for Christmas when you're bad. A family giving coal to someone they barely know is in such bad taste that it's almost sickening. Now for the next story. I, M30s, live with my wife, F30s. We have 2 kids, 8 male and 6 female. My wife's parents are staying with us temporarily as their home is having some serious repairs after a freak accident. It wasn't their fault and luckily they had insurance. The repairs should be completed in 2 months from now. I don't really get along with my in-laws, especially my father-in-law, but I agreed to let them stay because I thought the time would fly by and it wouldn't be that bad. But I'm posting here so I guess I was wrong. My mother-in-law doesn't have a job and my father-in-law works late shifts until around 11 p.m. When he gets home they will watch YouTube in the living room and play music on it at a loud volume with our speaker system. It's not college house party bass tearing apart the walls loud, but it is still loud. My kids are not light sleepers, but this wakes them up. Then they go wake me up because they want me to make it stop. My kids need to be rested for school and I need to get up in the morning to drop them off and go to work. My wife works overnight shifts so she doesn't witness this. I've tried to talk to my mother-in-law and father-in-law about it and asked that they please keep the noise down after my kids' bedtime, which is 8:30 p.m. I don't expect complete silence, but I really don't think they need to have the TV on loud late at night. My father-in-law argued with me and said that he doesn't finish work till 11 p.m., so I'm basically expecting him to not do the things he enjoys after work. I told him he can do it before work or on his days off or it's tough shot. He complained to my wife, who's now taking his side and saying that the kids need to learn how to sleep through a bit of everyday noise. I told her it's not everyday noise and that he and mother-in-law are being excessively noisy and inconsiderate. She's just not there to see it. My father-in-law has been sending me links to buy earplugs for the kids. I've gotten really fed up with this. It's not my in-laws' house and they're staying with us as guests and I think they're being really selfish. I decided to put parental controls on the TV so that my in-laws can't use it after 8:30 p.m. until 6 a.m. the next day. Between those times the TV can't be used without putting in the password and only I know it. This doesn't affect my wife as she doesn't get off work until 6 a.m. and isn't normally home until 6:20ish. My father-in-law is now incredibly pissed off with me and said that I'm acting like a child and keeps pestering me, demanding the password. My wife is also mad at me for upsetting her dad. I'm just so annoyed at this whole situation and I'm sick of hearing about it, so I just want to know if I'm morally in the clear. Not the idiot. Your in-laws are rude and inconsiderate, and your wife should be managing them and backing you up in this. Had she done so, you would not need to take such drastic measures. Both you and the kids need your sleep. The in-laws are guests in your home. This is wildly inappropriate for them to act this way. If they don't like the house rules, they can go to a motel. Not the idiot. I also wonder if father-in-law or mother-in-law steamrolled wife so much growing up that she had a hard time setting boundaries with them. You are correct either way, but every time I see someone rolling over for their parents in posts like this, I have to wonder if that's what's going on because the ILs are obviously in the wrong. Now for the last story. My female 28, boyfriend 27M, Ryan, likes to help others. He is the type of guy who would give a coworker money for their rent or buy groceries for our neighbor. However, he can take it too far at times. He often tries to help people without asking if they need or want his help. Every year, my brother, 35M, Paul, and his wife, 33 Fahrenheit, Lily, host a holiday dinner. This year Ryan attended for the first time. Before we left for their house, I told Ryan that Lily was legally blind and had been her entire life. She knew what she could and could not do. I told Ryan to only help Lily if she asked for help. We arrived early so I could help Paul and Lily cook. While we were cooking, Ryan kept telling Lily things, like, Lily, if you're looking for the salt, it's to your right, or Lily, don't put that there, it's too close to the edge. Lily and Paul both told him that while his commentary was somewhat helpful, it was completely unnecessary. Still, Ryan did not stop. However, things became tense when Lily went to chop vegetables. When she pulled out a knife, Ryan stopped her and asked if he could take over because he didn't want Lily to hurt herself. Lily said she'd be fine, but Ryan insisted she give him the knife. Finally, Paul got annoyed and told Ryan to stop. Ryan did stop, but he kept hovering over Lily while she was chopping. I asked Ryan to sit down until dinner was ready, but Ryan insisted that he just wanted to help. Finally, Lily asked him and I to help set the table and greet people arriving. We did, but things were still tense. I did pull Ryan to the side and reminded him again to only help Lily if she asked for it. He agreed, but I could tell that he was still upset. Everything finally boiled over after dinner. My nieces, 5 and 3, have a game they love to play with their mother. They will hand Lily something, and Lily would have to guess what it is. Lily would sometimes make a couple of clearly outrageous guesses, like saying an egg is an elephant or a shoe, to make her daughters laugh. After dinner, the eldest handed Lily the salt shaker. When Lily guessed it was a phone, Ryan piped up and said it was a salt shaker. Lily laughed it off and explained the game to Ryan, but I could see she was annoyed. My niece then handed Lily a coin. When Lily guessed incorrectly, Ryan loudly told Lily it was a coin. This was apparently the last straw for Paul. Paul demanded that Ryan leave since he clearly couldn't respect Lily. Ryan insisted that he was trying to be helpful. However, Lily said it was probably best if Ryan and I left. I quickly gathered up our things and managed to convince Ryan to leave. Ryan is currently pissed at me. He said I should have defended him, especially since I knew he was only being helpful. He also insisted that I should have stood up against Paul's overreaction, Ryan's words. I'm now wondering if I should have defended Ryan. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot. Ryan didn't deserve to be defended there. I'm sorry. I'm sure you love Ryan, but good lord, he sounds insufferable. He wasn't being nice. He was being patronizing. Lily neither wanted nor needed his help. He stuck his nose where it didn't belong and he was asked to stop numerous times. I would have kicked him out too. Not the idiot. Your brother and wife are idiots, but your BF is an idiot. He needs to learn to respect boundaries and listen and accept when people tell him what they can and can't do. It is not his job to help when people specifically say not to. Honestly, it's kind of a red flag that he reacts in anger to being told he can't stomp all over Lily's boundaries. Not the idiot. Ryan doesn't leave things alone. He'll keep prodding, pushing or telling someone what to do. It causes boundary issues. His behavior at Paul and Lily's house is very unusual. There's got to be a basis for this. There are many possibilities. Was expected to help out with everything at home while he was growing up. He could be anxious. He could think that he knows how to do something better than the person he's trying to help.